Welcome back to my lesson. In the first part, you already learned about the perfect square. The perfect square is very fundamental knowledge when you want to learn more harder level about quadratic equation. And in this list, we will focus on the completing the square. The technique completing the square is very hard topic, and you will apply this for solving quadratic equation or factorizing and something like that. That's not easy. So very carefully about this one. And let me have you a little bit to revise about the perfect square. About perfect square, you got the square of sum, or another one is a square of subtraction, and you got two positions, the first number and the second number. About the first number, you got expand here, it is equal to a square plus 2ab and plus b square here. A little different to the previous slide, you got a minus b square. So only have the minus here, and the last side will be plus b square here. Difference between them only appear in the plus in this position and this one, and here is not wrong. This is the right way for write out the formula. All of them, both of them are plus. Okay, this is a perfect square. We've been using this formula for figure out the completing the square. Example, I will have in the inverse way for write out this formula is a square plus 2ab plus b square equal to a plus b square. You can see that the sum a plus b square in the right hand side, and the expression with three terms in the left hand side. From three terms become to only one term, square of sum or subtraction. We call this is completing the square. Example, I've got x squared plus 2 multiply x plus multiply 3 plus 3 square. Here we call this is equal to x plus 3 and square here, x plus 3 square in this one, and this technique we call it completing the square. Another example, from three terms expression become to the perfect square. You have m squared plus 2m multiply n and plus n square here. This is will be m plus n and square outside. Another example, you got m squared minus 2m multiply 4 plus 4 square like here. This is equal to m minus 4 square. So this is example about completing the square. And go on for the next question. You have here is x multiply 5 and plus 5 square here. You have x minus 5 and perfect subtraction. Yeah, perfect square. X minus 5 and square in here. And one more time for perfect square of sum. You got 2xy here plus y square equal to x plus y and square outside. Yeah, the perfect square will lie on the right hand side and the expression in the left hand side with at least three terms. Okay. And now I want to talk about the very important factor. You can see in the formula here, you got the number 2 in this one. Number 2 in here, this one have a number 2 and this one is number 2. So this number will be very important scale factor when you want to make completing the square. So I will give you the terms and I need you to factorize that with the factor of 2. What does it mean, factor of 2? Factorize with 2. This is very important technique when you want to completing the square. Example, I'm give you 4x and y here. I need you to factor this term become to something have the factor of 2. This means you got 2 multiply 2x multiply y here. After this factor, I'm got 2 in factorization. That's very important. The next one, you got 4x only. you got 2 multiply with 2x, and now I have 2 in the factor. 6x and m equal to 2 here, and 3 multiply x multiply m here. And it's quite easy when you want to work with even number. How about odd number? 3y. 3y is mean you got 2 in the factor, and after that you got the fraction of 2 over 3 like here. 3 over 2 in here, because after take 2 multiply 3 over 2, you can see that you have the factor of 2 in this case. Okay, another one, 5 multiply x. Okay, this one will be equal to 2. I need 2 in the factorizing form. And now you got 5 over 2 in here multiply with x. Yeah, apply this factorizing technique to next exercise. This slide I have some question, and please factorizing this term become to the new one with factor of 2. Example, the first you got 8 and m here. I need number 2 in factorization form. So here is 2 multiply with 4m, so I have 2 here. 2 multiply 5m for the next one. 14, this means 2 multiply 7h. 16, this means 2 multiply 8hy. The next one you got 2 multiply with 10ym. And here you got 2 multiply 2x and y. The number in this one is 1. So I need 2. It means I will take 1 over 2 for this case, multiply with h. After that, I got 2 in the factorizing form. Y here, the same idea, you got 2 here, 1 over 2 in this one, multiply with y. Here is 2, 7 over 2 in here, and about 9 here, it means take 2 outside, 9 over 2, multiply with y, 2, 11 divided by 2 multiply with m and a, and 2 outside, 15 over 2 multiply with a times b here. Okay, so after this technique, in the next video we will apply this one for figure out the completing the square.